eyes, gasping for air, sweat pouring down my face. It takes me a moment to realize that I'm in my bed, safe and sound. But the images from the nightmare are still fresh in my mind, and the terror I felt seems all too real. In the dream, I was lost in a dark forest, with no clear path to follow. The trees loomed overhead, blocking out the moonlight and casting shadows that seemed to move and shift. Every sound was amplified, making my heart race and my skin crawl. And then I heard it, a low growling that seemed to come from every direction at once. I turned around, and there was a massive, snarling creature with eyes that glowed in the darkness. It took a step forward, and I stumbled backward, tripping over a fallen branch. I scrambled to my feet and started running, but the creature was right behind me, its hot breath on the back of my neck. I could feel its claws scraping against the ground as it reached out to grab me. I screamed and woke up, heart pounding in my chest. It's been hours since I woke up, and I still can't shake the feeling of dread that lingers. The nightmare may have been just a dream, but the fear and anxiety it triggered are all too real. I know that it will take time to calm down and get back to sleep, but I'm afraid to close my eyes, afraid that the nightmare will return and pull me back into its grip. I try to remind myself that it was just a dream, that I'm safe in my bed, but the images and sensations are hard to shake. Maybe tomorrow will be better, and the nightmare will fade away like a bad memory. But for now, I'm stuck in this half-awake, half-asleep state, trying to find my way back to reality and leave the nightmare behind. I've had dreams of all kinds, some so strange and surreal that they seem to defy explanation. Others have been pleasant and enjoyable, filled with happy memories and familiar faces. But there have been times when my dreams have been unsettling, leaving me feeling anxious and afraid. One of the most fascinating types of dreams I've experienced is a lucid dream, where I'm aware that I'm dreaming and can even control the events and outcomes. In a lucid dream, I've been able to fly, explore new worlds, and interact with dream characters in ways that wouldn't be possible in real life. Another type of dream that I've had is a recurring dream, where the same images or events repeat themselves over and over again. The repetition can be disconcerting, and the dream can linger in my mind long after I wake up. And then there are the nightmares, the dreams that leave me feeling scared and anxious even after I wake up. One nightmare I had was about being lost in a dark forest, with no clear path to follow. The trees loomed overhead, casting shadows that seemed to move and shift. Every sound was amplified, making my heart race and my skin crawl. In the dream, I heard a low growling that seemed to come from every direction at once. I turned around, and there was a massive, snarling creature with eyes that glowed in the darkness. It took a step forward, and I stumbled backward, tripping over a fallen branch. I scrambled to my feet and started running, but the creature was right behind me, its hot breath on the back of my neck. I could feel its claws scraping against the ground as it reached out to grab me. I screamed and woke up, heart pounding in my chest. Despite the fear and anxiety that nightmares can bring, they can also provide insight into our subconscious thoughts and feelings. By exploring the meanings behind our dreams, we can gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and our inner lives. One of the most vivid dreams I've had was about being in a fantastical underwater world. The colors were so bright and vibrant, it was as if I was seeing them through a prism. The water was crystal clear, and I could see schools of fish swimming by, their scales sparkling in the sunlight. As I swam deeper into the water, I encountered a giant octopus, its tentacles reaching out to me. But instead of feeling afraid, I felt a sense of calm wash over me. The octopus seemed to be communicating with me in a language that I couldn't understand, but that somehow felt familiar. As I continued to explore this underwater world, I saw all sorts of creatures that I had never seen before. There were seahorses with rainbow-colored tails, jellyfish with bioluminescent tentacles, and schools of fish that moved in unison like a perfectly choreographed dance. At one point in the dream, I found myself face to face with a giant whale, its eyes staring at me with an intense gaze. It was as if the whale was trying to communicate something to me, something important that I couldn't quite grasp. When I woke up from this dream, I felt a sense of wonder and awe that stayed with me for days. It was as if I had been transported to a magical world that existed only in my imagination. Dreams like this one remind me of the power of our subconscious minds and our capacity for creativity and imagination. While we may not always understand the meanings behind our dreams, they can be a source of inspiration and wonder, helping us to see the world in new and exciting ways.